For over a century, the story of humanity seemed simple, a slow, steady march from primitive apes to modern civilization. A neat, tidy line of progress. But what if that story is a lie? Beneath volcanic ash, inside forgotten caves, and hidden below the most iconic monuments on Earth, evidence keeps surfacing that doesn't just challenge that story, it shatters it. Welcome to the forbidden side of archaeology, where discoveries are celebrated in private and buried in public. Tonight, we follow the trail of evidence the world was never meant to see. It all starts in 1976, in Litoli, Tanzania. Mary Leakey's team brushed away volcanic ash, expecting to find crude, ape-like tracks. Instead, they froze. Before them were footprints with a heel strike, an arch, and a forward-facing big toe. Footprints identical to a modern human's. The problem? The ash was dated to 3.6 million years old, 3 times older than the earliest accepted date for Homo sapiens. When the tests were confirmed, a quiet panic spread. One researcher privately wrote, "It looks like someone walked here yesterday." But instead of rewriting history, the official explanation became, these must be early apes that just happened to walk exactly like humans. It was a conclusion built not on evidence, but on desperation. A discovery that should have rewritten textbooks became an academic footnote. Then, in 2011, a GPS error led researchers off course near Lake Turkana in Kenya. They stumbled upon sophisticated stone tools, controlled strikes, consistent patterns, engineered leverage points. When the tools were dated, the results were catastrophic, 2.8 million years old. According to the official timeline, the genus Homo hadn't even evolved yet. So the field invented new, vague terms, proto-toolmakers, transitional cognition, anything to avoid admitting the obvious. Someone intelligent existed long before humans. Funding for the site evaporated. Requests to dig deeper were denied. Another piece of the puzzle, contained. Now let's go to Egypt. Beneath the sands of Giza, rumors of enormous tunnels and chambers have circulated for centuries. In 2008, ground-penetrating radar confirmed it, revealing massive underground voids, descending corridors, and stacked chambers deep beneath the Great Sphinx. The geometry was unmistakable, an engineered complex far older than the pyramids themselves. Within weeks, all reports vanished from public access. This wasn't new. In the 1800s, British diplomat Henry Salt described miles of underground tunnels beneath Giza. His records disappeared. In the 1930s, workers broke into a shaft system. It was sealed within days. In 1997, the Egyptian government quietly declared the area a military security zone. If those chambers contain inscriptions older than dynastic Egypt, it would mean the unthinkable. Egypt didn't build Giza. They inherited it. So the evidence remains sealed, literally underground. Next, we fly over the Arabian Peninsula, where hundreds of thousands of mysterious structures litter the landscape. Geometric enclosures, basalt walls, and vast desert kites. From the ground, they look like random rocks. But from space, they form precise engineering patterns stretching for miles. Early analysis revealed something shocking. Many structures were sandwiched between lava flows over 300,000 years old. That means they were built before the lava, and therefore, before modern humans. The implications are colossal. To build thousands of coordinated structures requires long-term settlement, large populations, and organized civilization, not primitive nomads. When these dates began circulating, the response was immediate. Field permits revoked, satellite data restricted, papers rejected for being too disruptive. A 300,000-year-old engineered landscape would mean one thing. We are not the first civilization. We are only the latest. In 2019, near the border of Zambia and Tanzania, researchers found something impossible. 2 interlocked logs, carved, shaped, and joined with precision. Wood doesn't survive for millennia, but these were perfectly preserved in waterlogged sand. The dating, 200,000 years old. Humans weren't supposed to build permanent structures until about 10,000 years ago. Yet microscopic study revealed tool marks too fine for simple stone tools. Requests for expanded excavation? Denied. Funding? Frozen. If sophisticated builders existed 200,000 years ago, our entire evolutionary model collapses. Let's move to South Africa's rugged coast, where caves preserved ash layers untouched for nearly 200,000 years. Inside were organized fire hearths, revealing systematic cooking, marrow extraction, and long-term settlement. The bones surrounding them had cut marks too precise for early stone tools. These were not wandering hunter-gatherers, they were organized communities. What happened next followed the script. Papers delayed, conclusions softened, funding terminated. Another window into the past closed. Finally, in 2017, California researchers discovered mastodon bones with unmistakable butchering signatures. The dating shocked the world, 130,000 years old. But humans weren't supposed to reach America until 15,000 years ago. The backlash was immediate, not against the evidence, but against the researchers. A senior archaeologist privately admitted, "If this is real, we must rewrite everything." Across continents, across millennia, the pattern is identical. A discovery threatens the timeline. Excitement turns to fear. Funding vanishes. Access is restricted. The evidence disappears. Why? Because the real story of humanity may be far older and far stranger than anyone is prepared to admit. Perhaps intelligence didn't emerge once. Perhaps civilization didn't begin in Mesopotamia. Perhaps humanity is not a straight line, but a cycle. Rising, falling, disappearing, leaving behind clues for those brave enough to find them. The truth isn't lost. It's just buried. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep digging into the mysteries of our past, make sure to subscribe.